What's going on, everybody? So I'm back in the video. Hope everyone is having a great day. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys the best camera settings to shoot video and photo for your iPhone. So before we start the video, I want to give a huge shout out to Ethan Harris. If you guys want to be shouted out in the next video, all you guys have to do is just drop a like on the video, hit that subscribe button, and comment something positive in the comment section below. First thing you guys want to do is head over to your settings application. Once you guys are here, next thing you guys want to do is just scroll down until you see the camera application right there. So we can now head into that. So there's going to be a lot of options and settings you guys can mess around. I'm only going to be focusing on certain ones that will improve your video and your photos. So the first setting we're going to look into is the formats right here. So when you open this up, you're going to have two different options for your camera capture. You got the high efficiency and the most compatible. So it does give you a little brief description on what each one does, but if you want the best quality, recommend you guys using the high efficiency, because the most compatible one right here, it says most compatible will always use JPEG.H.264, but 4K at 60 FPS and 1080p at 240 FPS requires the high efficiency. So the thing with high efficiency, although it's going to be giving you guys the best quality possible over the most compatible one, it is going to be giving you a bigger file size for your photos and your videos. So you want to note that. So if you don't have a lot of space left and storage left on your iPhone, I recommend maybe going to the most compatible. But like I said, this video is focusing on the best settings to get the best quality for your videos and your photos. So you would want to click on high efficiency. But just note that if you don't have a lot of storage space, maybe consider deleting some applications, old photos, old videos from your iPhone. So the next setting we're going to go into is the record video. So there's a couple options right here. You may not have all the options, it just depends on the iPhone you currently have. So we got the 720p HD at 30 FPS, 1080p at 30, 1080p at 60, 4K at 24, 30, and 60 FPS right here. So this will all depend on like your preference on what you're trying to capture. So most people will most likely be at 1080p at 30 FPS and 60 FPS. So for the FPS, the only difference is if you want a more natural look, you may want to go to like 30 FPS, or if you're shooting 4K, maybe go to 24 FPS. But there's also the 60 FPS. But basically, if you're shooting in 4K and you actually have an external display, such as like a monitor that you're going to be transferring the file onto and displaying it on your monitor, then I recommend shooting in 4K. But if you're just going to be looking at your video later on just on your iPhone, there's no point in shooting in 4K, just because iPhones only have 1080p resolution for their screens, so you won't even be able to tell the difference. As if you're shooting in 4K and you have an external monitor that is a 4K monitor and you're viewing it on that monitor, then it makes sense. But like I said, if you don't have one and you're just going to be only viewing the video on your iPhone, there's no point of shooting it on 4K, because you won't even be able to tell the difference at all. So I recommend only shooting at 1080p if you're just going to be viewing the videos on your iPhone and you don't have a 4K display. So, and you guys can even see right here, it gives you for a minute of video on how big the file size is. And you guys can see right here, if you're shooting at the max, which is the 4K at 60 FPS, a minute video will be 400 megabytes. So that is quite a bit compared to shooting at like 1080p at 60 frames, which is at 90 megabytes. So like I said, you just want to consider how much file or how much storage you have on your iPhone, because I know a lot of people most likely will, on average, will have a 64 gigabyte storage. I know there's other people who have like the 128, 256, but like I said, it all depends on your device. So the next setting we want to look at is the auto light FPS. I recommend toggling this on. It gives you a brief description, which is pretty self-explanatory. Automatically reduces the frame from 30 to 24 to improve low light videos. So that is the setting that you guys want to turn on. So the next thing you guys want to turn on is the Smart HDR right here. So basically it blends the best part of separate exposures into single photo. So basically it's gonna get like the best color and shadow detail for your photos. So make sure you guys have this on, it's very important. And then the last setting that I recommend turning on is the grid. So if you're shooting any over top view, highly recommend this, and I'll show you guys what it looks like right now if you toggle that on. And you guys can see we have this little grid here, so you're going to be able to focus on certain things. So for example, if you're recording like another object and you want it to be centered, you're gonna have this grid right there to be able to see where to focus your camera. So I'm gonna show you guys some quick tips right here for anyone who doesn't know. So if you're in video, on the top right hand corner, you're gonna be able to switch from 4K to 1080p, and then also if you tap on like the 30 and 60, it's gonna go between 30 and 60 FPS. So another thing you guys can do is to actually shoot burst photos is slide to the left right here, or sorry, what you guys want to do is slide to the left, and you guys see we're shooting a bunch of burst photos just from that. And if you actually want to shoot video, you just slide it to the right and it's going to start playing the video for you guys. So those are cool little tips you guys can try out for your camera application. And the last thing I actually want to show you guys is the filter. You guys can actually use filters to shoot your video. So if we swipe down right here, you guys can see that we can select a filter. So if we click on, if we go back right here, scroll over to the right and click this little filter icon, you guys see there's a bunch of filters. We have like the vivid warm, we got the vivid cool, and if you want to shoot video with this filter on, do that trick that I showed you guys where you just swipe to the right and it's going to shoot it in the filter that we've selected for the video, which is pretty awesome. So yeah guys, that's basically it for video. Hope you guys did enjoy this one. If you guys did, if you guys enjoy more of these tips video, let me know down below in the comment section, because I know not everyone knows about these tips and stuff like that and tricks. So if you did enjoy this video, drop a like on it, hit that subscribe button and that post notification bell so you guys never miss a video. That's basically it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.